Hello and welcome to our tutorial on how to use Microsoft Excel. Today we're going to be showing you just the basics on what we do with Excel at the company. So the number one thing that we use it for is organizing data, getting all your data entered, and everything like that. So we're going to start by opening a blank workbook here. It'll be quickly obvious. So this is basically going to be a big spreadsheet on whatever you want to enter, whatever data we use in the company. There's a lot of things you can do to manipulate that data. We'll kind of go through some of those things, the things we use most often, and then anything else your managers should be able to help you with. So we'll start with entering some data. So let's say we want to do math tests. So I will now enter all of the data from the math tests. Oops, that's too many numbers. So these will be out of 100. Oops, goodness. People getting some bad grades for sure. So now, let's say, since this is a math test, I want to average out the score of the class. So I go down here. I can really click on any box, but for clarity, I'll put it there. So you're going to want to come up here to this button up here called Auto Sum, and you're going to want to change that to Average. So now you can see it's automatically chosen everything in this column to average out. Now you'll see it also has captured this blank spot. It doesn't really matter since it's blank, it doesn't actually change anything. However, we can make it a little bit smaller and cut that blank spot out. So then once you have all your range selected, you just hit enter. And it is auto found the average. Now what's really interesting about this, let's say this person's grade got kicked up to an 88. If I hit enter, it'll change the average. It actively changes whatever's in that space. So just to prove it works, we will change everyone's grade to a 70. Obviously if everyone got a 70, the average would be a 70. And there you have it. So it does actively keep up. This is the same principle if you look for sum and count numbers is a little bit different, but it basically just counts how many numbers are in the row. So it's a little less a little less used. Maximum. So we'll change this to maximum 70. But if I change this one to a 95, it changes it to a 95. Now, and if I change this one to an 88, 95 is still the maximum. Same for minimum. Does the same. Oops. Does the same basic thing. So that's mainly what we use it for. We do use conditional formatting, but we'll kind of go over that in another tutorial that I'll post later today. This is the basic function. You can create lots of different tables. A lot of things people like to do is they like to, between their data, they'll do lines or borders, like that. You can really, with this border tool, which is another thing we do, you could create a whole lot of different tables and things. Cute little design. But let's say I wanted to put a table down here, and I wanted to bracket it off. There's obviously better ways to do it than this, but you can create it like that. The other thing you can do is you can write your data in. This is what I prefer to do. Um, you can write your data in, and then you can build your table around it. So let's see, we want some thick outside borders there. And then for this one, I want it to be blacked out because I want it to be separated. So now I've got, and you can also do same thing for formatting like you would in Word or in PowerPoint or in any other typing. You've got like the center key here. You can choose your different types of font. You can change the size, all that stuff. The other thing that's nice about um, Excel is that I can percentage. I can move the decimal. So let's say we wanted to turn these to percents. Obviously, to oops. Obviously, to make a percent, you just hit the percent button. Now it's a huge percent, or you can put a dollar sign and make it change. Um, Things like that. Let's say I wanted to put percents in. So let's do on the side here. Do zero point 0.7. Oops. 0.95. Come on. Why isn't it typing? 70. 0.70. And these are all 0.7, so I'll leave them. But I can just make these percentage. Why isn't it working? Having some issues here with my Excel. It's not typing. Having some serious issues here. Well, we'll skip over that for now. Typically, if you just hit the percent button, it would make it a percentage. Um, the other thing you can do is different types of currency. Euro. Why is nothing working?